What's going on? My name is Casey Rogers. I'm an NFL defensive tackle. Pretty known for my long hair. I'm originally from Syracuse, New York. Grew up in the cold, up north in the snow. So I always thought a little bit more hair would keep me a little bit more warmer. Too bad with the amount of snow around here, it's not really the case. But when did I first start growing my hair? I started growing my hair when I was a freshman in college. Me and my best friend kind of made a little bet pact with each other, saying that we weren't going to cut our hair until we're done with football. My best friend has recently been told he's not allowed to play football again due to medical issues. So I definitely keep that going with him. Even though he's not allowed to play, I told him as long as you're growing your hair out, I'm growing mine out. So that's kind of when I started with freshman year. Was there any conflict in your house over growing your long hair? Jokingly, yes. My dad was kind of always like, you need a haircut. But then once I kind of explained to him, it's part of my brand, part of who I am now. It's how I want to be perceived as the long hair guy. Then he was kind of cool with it and kind of joined the whole movement of me not cutting it until I'm done. The reason why I do that is because at the end of my career, when I shave my head, I'm gonna be able to say, you know what, this part of my hair right here has been with me since the beginning of it all, if it hasn't been pulled out by playing football. But this part has been with me through it all, through when I first started to now, to when I ended. Describe the importance of your hair and how much it means to me? At first it was kind of a joke, so I didn't really think it was that important. But then, kind of more my career went on, the more people were like, "Oh, you're the long hair guy. You're the guy with the long hair. You're really easy to spot on the field." And it started becoming a part of who I am, kind of part of my reputation. So that's when it started becoming important to me, and it's just kind of who I am now. How do you usually wear your hair? I actually usually wear it in a bun, but when I play, it's down. I always have it down, or I have it in a ponytail. What hair products do I usually use? I just use a leave-in conditioner. I don't know the brand name. I know what it looks like, and I also use conditioner in the shower, obviously shampoo as well. What is your current hair routine? To be quite honest with you, don't really have one. I brush it out. I got really curly hair, so I make sure it's not all matted, but football does a lot of damage to it. It gets pulled and ripped out a lot, so that's kind of what I deal with. What sorts of comments do you receive? A lot of people say they love my hair. You don't really see a lot of guys with long hair on the field, so a lot of people like it. Do you have any funny or weird memorable experiences regarding your hair? Any negative ones? No, I would say a funny moment would be when I was playing. One time, one of the offensive linemen accidentally grabbed my hair, and at the end of the play, he looked at his glove, and it was like weaved in his glove. Like he couldn't even spread his fingers because he grabbed so much of it out. How has your long hair ever positively, negatively affected your jobs or hobbies? I don't think so. I think football is a pretty, you can express yourself however you want. You see a bunch of different type of body styles, any type of hair, but some guys will have tattoos, some guys won't. So I think in my profession, long hair doesn't really matter. Like I said, it's kind of become part of who I am, part of my reputation, part of my brand. So I don't think it's never ever negative affected me. And then also now, like you're seeing a lot more guys today in society have long hair, so it's really not like a thing anymore. Like it's not different to have long hair. How long do you plan on growing your hair, and then what do you plan on doing with it after you reach your goal? So I plan on growing it until I retire from football. I would like to donate it if I can, but it's probably going to be so damaged that I can't. But I think at the end of the day, I'll probably keep some of it. I'll frame it. Just because, again, it's part of who I am. It's part of my brand. So I'll be able to show people like, hey, when I have if I ever have short hair, that's my hair from when I played back in the day. What's the longest you've ever grown your hair? I've had to get it like tiny trims because of how much damage it has occurred when I play. But I think the longest I've ever grown was probably like down to my like belly button, my waist. I have curly hair, so like it doesn't really look like that when it's dry, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. What advice do you have for any other long haired men out there, both for guys who are growing their hair long and guys who already have long hair? Keep the movement going. It's kind of fun to be the long hair scruffy guy every once in a while, and just because you have long hair doesn't mean you can't look good. So keep rocking with it. Do something different with it. Braid it. cornroll it, do anything you want with it, because you know a lot of guys our age, a lot of guys my age don't even have hair. So just to have this much, you know, and be able to rock with it, do what I want with it, you know, be able to have a job where it doesn't matter, just have fun with it, enjoy it, have it be part of who you are, and don't ever feel bad or feel down or whatever if someone ever says something about it because they're just lucky or they're just jealous they don't have the hair you have. So my advice would be just go rock it, and then always just always enjoy it. And you know when you cut it, just know it was well worth the time that you grew it out.